After sticking to his tariffs deadline with other major economies, Donald Trump said that his country is very close to striking a trade deal with India. Meanwhile, the US has indicated that it may allow negotiations to continue until an extended deadline of the 1st of August. He said that he has been sending out letters to other countries on the tariffs that they will have to pay. Listen in.
We've made a deal with United Kingdom. We've made a deal with China. We've made a deal. We're close to making a deal with India. Others we met with, and we don't think we're going to be able to make a deal. So we just send them a letter. If you want to play ball, you have to. This is what you have to pay. So as far as I'm concerned, we're done. We're sending out letters to various countries, telling them how much tariffs they have to pay. Some will maybe adjust a little bit, depending if they have a cause. We're not going to be unfair about it. And actually, it's a small fraction compared to what we should be getting. We could be asking for much more. But for the sake of relationships that we've had with a lot of really good countries, we're doing the way I do it.
In a dramatic move, United States President Donald Trump on Monday announced a 25% tariff on goods from Japan and South Korea effective the 1st of August. Trump made the announcement on his social media platform, posting letters addressed to the leaders of both nations. The decision is expected to jolt trade relations in the Indo-Pacific, as both Tokyo and Seoul are key US allies in the region. My colleague Kartik Malhotra, in fact, there brings us more details. Listen in.
On multiple countries, dozens of them, the number hasn't really changed drastically for both Japan as well as South Korea. So if you remember, on the 26th, when tariffs were, on the 2nd of April, when tariffs were announced for the first time, when India had received a 26% tariff, South Korea and Japan were both in the similar vicinity. In fact, Japan was slightly lower at 24%. South Korea, on the other hand, continued to be at 25%. So honestly speaking, Trump has put and given enough notice by putting that pause of 90 days to most countries to come to the table to negotiate as per the expectations of the Trump administration in the overall Make America Great Again proposition that Trump has been offering. But beyond that, I think Trump is running out of patience, and that seems fairly evident because he has gone ahead. It is a stern letter where he's not mincing his words. He's not known to be mincing his words in any case. And he's gone ahead and said that come 1st August, you're now slapped with a 25% tariff. And if you try to do what China tried to do initially by raising tariffs and by calling those reciprocal tariffs, retaliatory tariffs, etc., then it's simple. Another 25% has to be paid. Now, coming specifically to India, Kabir, I doubt India would be in the list of those 12 countries, given the fact that Indian negotiators have visited Washington multiple times. We've had Washington negotiators come to India multiple times. So there is definitely some action on the ground. Now, is that going to result in a trade deal, whether a mini trade deal, interim trade deal, whatever one calls it? Is it going to lead to something fruitful which will be fructified before the original pause deadline ends on July 9th? We don't know. But the fact is that there is effort from both the parties, India as well as US, to try and stitch up something together. And that is something that Donald Trump, as well as his Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent, and a lot of other leaders, J.D. Vance, have mentioned time and again that India is on the verge of inking that trade deal with the US. Of course, this will not be the BIT. This will not be the full trade deal, which is expected. In fact, the first tranche of that is expected to unfold only in the fall of this year. But even some sort of an interim deal at the moment is something which should keep India out of this list of 12 honorary countries that Trump is going to write to today. But, well, with Trump, you never know. So 2 letters are out. We will keep following whether more letters and more countries get slapped with additional tariffs.